This is Lisa Tomei Zonneveld with Big Poles Press, and I'm so happy to have Kaelen Felix today, one of my favorite story illustrators and authors. Welcome, Kaelen.
Thank you, Lisa.
This has been a long time coming. We've been trying to get together, and she's a very busy person, as am I, and we finally got it clicked together. So I'm glad we grabbed this moment. So thank you for coming on here today.
It's a big pleasure to be here, and thank you for having me today.
Well, I want to give you a big shout out first of congratulations. I mean, you have gotten a finalist award and a winning award with Ella's Way books. And I am just so proud of you for what you've done with Wings and Whispers. And I'm not going to be surprised if some more awards are coming down the pike for you.
Well, thank
And also with your work with Ellen Coleman's book, Crabby Abbey, The Decorator Crab's Big Heart. That book is absolutely beautiful as well. So you're making great inroads as both an author, an illustrator for other people's books. So congratulations. Great job.
thank you so highly and humbly. And while I will be working on many books to come, I want to extend my gratitude to you for believing in my story. Because without you, Wings and Whispers wouldn't exist.
Well, Wings and Whispers is about, getting along with one another, being kind to one another, and,
Right.
relationships. And I love how you used, the creatures to tell the story. And of
Yeah.
course, your fairy pixies in there. And you had adorable models for that with your
Yes, my
nieces.
nieces.
So
Yes.
I challenge anybody that reads your book to not fall in love with all of the characters, to not fall in love with this book, because I think it's absolutely beautiful. It's what drew me to it. The story drew me to it. Your enthusiasm, your talent. I had no doubts of what was going to come from this book. And so I'm really happy with this relationship as publisher and client. And I also feel like we've become good friends. And
Yes,
so, and
without a doubt.
this is not unusual with, I like to think of with the authors that I work with that, become close because we're working on something that's coming from your heart.
Right. And it's near
And we
my
don't
heart.
want to step on anybody's heart.
I've been
So,
working on it for 9 years, and I started when I was about 21, 22, and then I scrapped it 6 times.
mhm. You came back.
Yep, I sure did.
What was the turning point that made you say, hey, I'm going to get this done?
Well, it was a time in my life where the depression phase really hit hard. And
Mhm,
so I just decided to go back.
mhm.
Sorry.
It's okay. Depression is a ugly beast that has a way of coming up sometimes when we least expect it and can be triggered by the slightest little thing. And I'm so grateful that you have, overcome, well, as we can say, depression's a work in progress. But you
Being a
have
human is
been
a work
able
in
to,
progress.
life is a work in progress. You,
Yes.
you moved forward and you worked hard. And before we started recording, you mentioned something that your mom says about art, about doing your art every day.
It's
Mhm.
the story we tell ourselves.
Mhm. So it's very important.
Am I going to be down the rabbit hole? Or am I going to move forward and
Mhm.
piece together wings and whispers like a kaleidoscope for memories to come and the sequels to come?
Mhm.
When I heard the words, get up, you can do it, write more, write, just write as your heart doesn't know. Write one more
Mhm.
time, you can do it. That's when
Well,
the
I'm
fire
very
started.
proud of you. Very proud of you for doing that, you know. And you're moving forward. I mean, you have more books coming out in this series.
Mm-hmm.
Um, as some people may or may not be aware, if you look at the characters' names, they go from A on through the alphabet.
Yeah,
And so you're going to have new characters following that line with the alphabet in your next book.
yeah,
And
and you
I've
have to
had the
put that in there.
advantage of seeing your characters that are coming forward into the next book, including my favorite so far, the giraffes.
Oh, so the giraffes is your favorite. I thought it was the Chloe because that was
Well, no, that's book one.
right.
I'm talking about book two.
Ah, sorry, I didn't catch it for a minute. Yeah.
Yeah.
What people don't see yet is the progression through the story. They don't understand I started from A to F, but they don't
Mhm,
really know why I did that,
mhm.
which is something I need to promote more now that I just realized it. And the tears are cathartic, just so you know. I want to put that out there.
Totally
It's
understand.
it's the three books that inspired me as a kid. Eric Carle's two of his books and Goodnight Moon. I want to give one little sneak peek. In the draft, which I don't know if I've sent it to you just yet because you are the only one that have seen it besides bits and pieces with Ellen because Ellen is a big has my heart in a way, just like you. I put a moon in a sequence like Goodnight Moon as the drafts are going to their happy place.
I don't think I've seen that one. Just
But I wanted to give you a sneak peek. You're going to love it. You are going to feel like a kid again. That's what I want adults and kids to feel. It's like they're in their own childhood again.
and that's the positive energy that we as adults get from your children's books as well. You know, as a parent, I would be more in the grandparent if I had grandchildren, grandparent age, but as an aunt, um, if I were going to sit and read to nieces and nephews, I would find your books to be the kind of books that I would want to read.
Mm-hmm.
I have to be kind of entertained as I'm reading
Right.
stories to children. And if I'm not entertained by the books, then always had a tendency to create voices, make it entertaining and do different things to perk it up a bit, in reading stories to kids in the library and things like that. I did years ago in puppet plays. You want to bring life to the characters. And
Yeah,
your
that's what I'm going
book makes it easy to do. I mean, I could definitely see going through and reading these characters and giving them voices and interacting with children with the characters because they they see them doing different activities and you can talk to the kids as you go through, not just to tell the story, but talk about the things that are going on in the pictures. So it's a happy, lively book that has, a good value-based story to it. And it's going to continue on and on through however many volumes it takes to tell all the stories. It'd be maybe I think we're talking about four. So however it works out. So
It's God's plan at the end of the day.
yeah,
That's the
exactly.
only way I can really preference it. For me, it's in God's hands and God's plan. It's not really for me to decide yet because God was the reason I started writing again. He told me, get up and write one more time.
Now look where you're at.
Yeah, got an KSDK 5, St. Louis 5 on your side today. Technically, the weekend one. Got in the St. Louis Magazine, and I'm hoping to try to get on the CBS Sunday Morning Show. That's been a dream of
Yes.
mine since I was like 12 years old.
They have a copy of your book.
They just need to reach out.
Come on, Jane Pauley, are you listening?
Oh, I just love Jane Pauley.
Yes, me
Just
too.
a light to this world, which is kind of what I wanted my book to be all about.
Well, I
It's
think you've accomplished it.
it's not for the faint of heart because it
Mhm.
is meant to be something that is special for generations
Yes.
to come.
Mhm.
And I like the way I said that. Very poetic.
Exactly. Right on point. And you also created a coloring book. That's a
Yes, I
new
did.
thing. So
Finally have
we're
the
all
courage
set.
to do that.
It is
Finally.
so cool. It's so cool. When I've read your book, I think when I saw the pictures and it's the advantage that I have of seeing them in black and white, and I'm all the time thinking while you're creating your book, coloring book, coloring book. This would be a great coloring book. I wanted to color it. Well, of course, I'm not going to color your book and say, here, do this. But now you've made it possible with a coloring book, and I'm so excited.
Thank you. Yeah, I found the courage within myself after Wings and Whispers 1, and then I kept working on Wings and Whispers 2, and I'm thinking, Kaylin, you're scrapping that too. What are you doing? You know you have it in you.
Yeah, so I have it up on my backdrop let's see, this shoulder is your book with the
Right,
awards on
that
it,
one.
and
The other
then
one.
this other shoulder, and
And of
backwards on
course, you did
the
the green
is your coloring
because you know that's
book.
my favorite color.
Mhm. Did that
That's
for you.
oh.
So, yeah. So, what other projects do you have going on?
Besides Wings and Whispers, of
Hmm.
sequel to the Krabby Abbey, which I should not disclose the title out of respect of Ellen.
Of
We
course.
may have another project coming. I'm wrapping up
Mhm.
one project that I'm going to keep on the down low just because I don't have
Mhm.
permission to say it. But Wings
Sure.
and Whispers 2 is really coming along. Like that new illustration I haven't even shared on social media. There's going to be a
Mhm.
rainbow in that one, and Zahn will be very happy about that. Really.
Yes.
She is the biggest inspiration behind why I keep going. I love her. She's down to
Mhm.
earth. She's salt of the earth. And I just want to give a shout out to her for encouraging me to keep going. Pretty much
Mhm.
everybody does. Lately, I just think that people are lacking the interaction between social media, which I understand the world is corrupted and not in a great shape. But if we don't come together like we do in Wings and Whispers, we're going to fall apart.
Exactly. 100% agree with you on that. I think we need to take lessons
We
from
need to be
these
empathetic.
creatures in your stories. You know, we need to take lessons, pay attention to the value lessons that are being taught here. And I think if we did, the world would be a lot better place. And it just starts with us. It starts with one person making a
Starts with the
difference.
story. Starts
Look
with
at
the
the
story.
difference. Yeah.
Yes, it starts with your story, what you want it to entail, what you want it to say. And it starts with the story you tell yourself. Are you going to go down the rabbit hole? Are you going to be in the dumps? Are you going to be
Mhm.
depressed? Are you going to take what Wings and Whispers has to say and move forward for generations to come?
Exactly.
When I have my future kids, I don't want my future kids to go through this
Mm-hmm.
shenanigans that we're living in. I want to instill the values that I continually have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very important.
And my
I
nieces
know,
know better than that.
yeah, your nieces, they're the models for let's talk about your nieces and what part they played in your story.
Of course. So my nieces were, I'm going to leave their names out just because
Mhm.
I didn't tell my sister I was doing this.
Privacy purposes.
Correct. When I first used the nieces, I said to my sister, and the other situation would be my brother-in-law. I said, "I'd like to put your daughters in the story. I don't know if I can use their names." They said, "Go for it." My nieces tend to doubt themselves, I believe. I don't get to see them that often, but in the last year I've seen them more, so that's a big silver lining and blessing to me.
Mhm.
And I wanted them to feel like there's encouragement, there is a dream, the sky's the limit, and you can keep going. And if I didn't have them in the story, Wings and Whispers also wouldn't coincide with how I wrote the story. Like Daniel trying to teach them how to dance and find the courage to do that. It also
Mhm.
kind of reminds me of a movie I watched at one point, and it was an animated movie. I watched it with my oldest niece, I believe. I think my younger niece was too little for it. Can't quite remember because they're older now and they're growing up fast. And the second time, I wanted to kind of, it's a conundrum. The puzzle, the pieces of the puzzle align together in every story. And that's why I wanted to continually use my nieces because, and I've been given permission again for Wings and Whispers too.
Good.
And man, is everybody going to be in a surprise for that one? What they're going to be in one of the stories? I mean, I got to be honest with you. Even though you said that J was your favorite, I mean the G was your favorite. Excuse me. I gave it away. The J is my favorite.
Oh boy.
Well, it's my favorite because of how I wrote it.
Uh-huh.
And you remember that story.
Yes. Yeah, I've read them all. So,
Right. But what I mean is like just taking all those aside, that's the core reason why I wrote Wings and Whispers too.
mhm.
That was the core. That was the one story that gravitated my attention to keep writing it.
Mhm.
Actually, that was one of the first ones I wrote when I wrote Wings and Whispers, to be honest.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was, I mean, I wrote A, but I struggled with A. So then I went to
Mhm.
B, started to feel more comfortable with that one because I'm deaf in my left ear, which people don't know. They would never know unless I tell the story. I've been deaf for 30 years. So the characters, the bats, kind of relate to me a little bit because they can't see. Well, I can't hear out of one ear. So I have to adapt and I have to adjust and I have to survive. Just like them, they find the courage to be friendly to one another despite the indifferences, despite the hurdles. In a way, Wings and Whispers is personal challenges I went through with myself. Being in the being in the disability spectrum, not like anything different. It's more of the learning disabilities. I'm trying to
Mhm.
leave out certain words. But the learning disabilities really hindered my life. And thank goodness I had a strong family that instilled these values in me. I wouldn't be the person I am today without those values.
I know your mom is a core person in your life.
She's my hero.
Um, she really is. Yeah. I
Because
can
you interviewed
tell
her.
yeah, it's like the two of you are
Interconnected.
joined at the hip in a way, and it's a good kind of join, you
Yeah.
know. It's and I hear bad feedback. Some people don't hear this, but I hear it. Um, well, my mom saw the book and she saw something, so I need to change this. I need to change. So she's really paying attention to everything you do and being your proofreader and
Yeah.
looking over things and helping to keep things going for you. And it's a mutual thing. You really help each other, and I love that. Love
And
that
I look just
relationship.
like her. I'm the spitting
Yeah.
image of her. And
Yes.
so much of who I am is because of her.
Mhm. So, um, you have the book, you have the coloring book, you have the characters kind of you all figured out what you're going to do with them. Um, so you really been working hard. I know you are have a full-time job besides all of this. What in the world do you for fun?
Like, love to go on hikes. I love to get some therapeutic fresh air, brush of fresh air, that kind of thing. You know where I'm going with that. Fresh air,
Hmm.
Wings and Whispers is the reason that I still do what I do. I love to hang out with friends, family, of course. Family comes first. Everybody would say that. Um, I personally just, but art is still my passion. It doesn't matter how much I want to take time for myself. Art is on my mind. It's in my blood. It's in my veins.
Yeah. It's probably like when you go out in nature, you probably absorb ideas that you can turn around and
I
show
literally
in your
will take
artwork.
pictures. I will literally take pictures to use it as
Mhm.
inspiration. And then I get so caught up in the details. It's like, I got to go home and draw it.
Well, I've never seen anybody quite like you. And you are so detailed with every character that you come up with. And I've seen you totally revamp a character over one small detail. I mean, that, is a perfectionist in you. And I appreciate that because the end result is outstanding. I mean, you've received awards, so hello. That
Yeah.
doesn't say something, right? So,
Yeah. I have 7 awards overall. And I have been featured in magazines from this, I mean, not just the St. Louis magazine, that was more of an online ordeal. But if I
mhm.
had the opportunity to be featured in that magazine, that would have been really phenomenal. I've been featured on the covers of magazines from the Philippines. I've been in exhibits. I've been pushing my artistry more, getting my name out there, getting my poetry out there, finding my niche, which
Yeah,
is Wings and Whispers. I don't know what's going to happen after I finish the fourth book. I haven't figured that out yet. I'm just going to be honest with you on that.
yeah. Well, it'll be a little while. We have 4 books to do, so
Yeah,
it'll be a few days.
I'm just saying for now, I don't know yet.
Well, I think you have a lot on your plate. I think you probably have more than enough on your plate to accomplish right now, and that's wonderful. That's a kind of a good place to be in a way, because you
Right.
always know that you have something that's going to be going on.
You have something in the back corner and it'll come together when it comes together. And it will
Mhm.
always come together. My writing hurdle, my disability in that. I mean, had I not gone through a period of metamorphosis, I wouldn't have it.
Exactly.
And where was I going with that? I'm a butterfly.
Mhm. You really are. Really are. Kaylin, you're just spreading your wings further and further out. I can't hardly wait. A year from now, we'll have to have a conversation again and see where you're at.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Well, Kaylin, it's been great having you on here. Is there anything I haven't asked you that you'd like to share?
Just that everybody should consider pre ordering the coloring book if they would
Thanks.
like. It's available on Amazon, Barnes and Noble. Also, I'd like to mention that Wings and Whispers Tales of Friendship Volume 1 got into Target. How many
Yes.
people in our group have that?
Mhm.
I don't really
Quite an
want to sugarcoat it.
accomplishment.
I don't want to sugarcoat it. I don't want to go over the top, but I'm kind of
Rare
amazed
thing.
it's even in Target.
Mhm.
I hope to get, oh, and my book got into a library.
Yes,
Let's not forget that one.
exactly. And what's the name of the library where your book can be found?
It's Scenic Pacific St. Louis County Library. I'll
Very
send you the
good.
link if you would like me to. I got to reach out to one of the connections that helped me get further into that. And if it wasn't for her, that book wouldn't even be able to get that exposure. And finally, I think I'm going to consider going to Barnes and Noble and talking with them and asking them, what do they potentially see in this book?
Mhm.
I don't know how I'm going to do it. I'm thinking about going up and saying, I wrote this book. It's been out for this long. Actually, today marks one of the milestone anniversaries. It's the 17th.
Oh, that's right.
This entire time, I realized, whoops. Oh, that is funny.
Yeah, some things are just filled with irony. Well, I think
Yeah, I've been trying to do the noble neighbor, the novel neighbor, which is out in Webster Groves, but just got to keep pushing forward. It's just like getting a job. You just got to keep pushing forward. You'll never hear back
exactly,
right away. It's a process. It's patience in God's hands.
exactly. Kaylin, it's been great talking with you today.
You too, Lisa.
I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and just keep right on doing your art and doing your writing because the world needs to see your work and hear your voice. We need
Thank
more peace. Thank
thank you
you.
kindly.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.